Dragonflies had me out shopping today. We didn't do a pantry haul. We didn't do a prepper haul. We didn't do a homesteader haul. We did a long-term haul. Y'all, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. So let's get into it. Oh, where do we start? What do we talk about first? I mean, let me drop you down here. I'm not kidding y'all. Whoa. And even, y'all, even on the floor, everywhere we could put it. What are we doing here? Oh, we're preparing for, the apocalypse. The apocalypse. Okay, let me bring you back up. Let's talk. Let's talk, folks. We found some great things today. We did. First of all, I found a new book, 99 cents. It's called The Third Day, The Decision That Separates the Pros from the Amateurs. Okay, anyway. So, we went to several places today. Dragonflies, go ahead and bring me that extra thing I got today. I'm so excited. So excited. So, I will say this. We found a meat market. So, we loaded up chicken wings. $6.84, pre-packaged, ready to eat, right? We got chicken legs, pre-packaged, $2.15, $2.15, $2.17 for some more chicken legs. So we loaded up on some meat. We got a big old chicken, $13. But look at these chops, chops. Look at that, $9. But look how nice and thick they are, folks. That's some nice pork chops. That really is some nice pork chops. You can just set it right there for me. Thank you, love. I appreciate it. So, we got some vegetables, some fruit. We got some oranges, some scallions. We got an Amazon shipment because this is getting up to like $11 for a container that's
15 in town.
26.7 ounces. That's crazy. $15 in the little town we live in. Oh, I gotta move, y'all. Okay, let me see. Okay, I don't know. Anyway, anywho. So, these are $15 in town. We got them for roughly, I think, 8. So, we bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. We bought 2 huge things of creamer. But we like our creamer. So, what we decided to do, this is value size 35.3 ounces. What we decided to do is that we're going to take regular creamers, right, and mix half and half to double out. We're tightening our belt just like everybody else is because you have to look for the wheels, the deals, and the steals. It's just where we're at, folks, and it's going to get worse. It's not going to get better. Don't fool yourself. We did buy 6 things of unsalted butter so that we can make ghee. We bought a few snack items, but this was a good deal. We went to Shetler's. They had cinnamon rolls, 2 for $2, $1 a pack. I haven't been able to find them that cheap. So that was a good thing. Now, I made a mistake, y'all. Dragonfly's going to talk crap. I wanted flour tortillas. I got little teeny weeny street taco tortillas. But it is what it is. I made a mistake. Wally World, we did a run there. It cost us $113. The meat market cost us roughly $30. And then Shetler's came in at, what was it, Dragonflies? Shetler's was another $30, right? So we did about a $200 haul, but we really are looking for some long-term food, some canned food. You know, we got chicken soup, we got pork and beans. Folks, things aren't going down in price, and it's not going back. It's not going to go back to the old USA. It's not going to go back to the old things and the prices that we used to have. And that's just the gist of it. So we did get some yogurt. We got water. We always get water. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 4 gallons of water, about $1.16 a gallon, which is not bad. That's not a bad price. Cereal. We were at Shetler's, which is an Amish Mennonite store. I'm not sure if the Amish owner or the Mennonite owns it, but they have really good prices on like bulk spices, sugar, flour, things like that. So we did load up on that, but we walked in there and they had a special. And they had a special also at Walmart on bread right now for like $1 a loaf. So we did get a loaf of that. But we were able to pick up cereal, Captain Crunch, for 99 cents a box, 14 ounces. Well, at Wally World, I had already ordered 40 ounce, because this is my favorite cereal, has been forever. So I bought a 40 ounce mega bag, and this was like $6. So we're just going to mix the two and put them in our canisters. So that's kind of cool that they had that on sale. The thing that I notice is even with junk food, folks, it's very, stuff is expensive. But see, here's another good buy at Shetler's, and I got to give a big shout out to Shetler's. $2.61 for 1.75 pounds of pepper jack cheese. Nice hunka of cheese. So we bought that. We also bought a couple to put in the freezer, $2 a pack at Wally World for 8 ounces. If we wouldn't have this in our cart already and paid for it, we wouldn't have got these. We would have got more of this one, because this is $4. This is $2.61, 1.75 pounds. So this is 1 pound, $4, almost 2 pounds for $2.61. Much better deal. But the thing I've noticed, and we like to make our own like smoothies. And this generic fruit, one's organic, one's not. It's up to like $3, $3.68 a bag. Before we were getting it for about $1.68. So it's funny to me that they think that we're all that stupid, that things are going up 10 or 20 or 30 cents, and that we're not noticing. We're noticing. Also, many of you know I left my corporate job when I had 2 different weapons on layaway. Well, honestly, I just can't afford to put the money out, and that's just being honest. I can't afford to put out, hundreds and hundreds of dollars to get this one weapon. So I did a horse trading today. So I traded 2 22s and the money I already had into the AR, and got me a nice little, yeah, there was a little bit on that one, but I got me a nice 9mm. It's a Security 9 Taurus. No, it's a Ruger. Dragonflies is a Taurus. It's a Ruger. Really nice. It has the mash on it. So the nice thing is it's one less thing, and one less bill, and one less worry. And I did some horse trading, and I owed nothing, and I got that. And then also we got a bunch of targets. He gave me a whole crap load of targets. Not just the small ones, but the double-sided ones, and then big full body ones. I don't know what dragonflies do with them. Oh, right here. And he gave us a whole. Plus we spent $37 on Amazon for the coffee, but he gave me a whole crap load of these, so I have some more targets. So, and these run, $5, $6, $7. Some of them $10, depending on how many you get. And he gave me a nice stack of stuff. I'm really looking at bills and things, and I don't care if you're employed or on disability, Social Security, or if you're working. Everything's going up, and our pay's not going up, and that creates, to me, a major problem for everybody, because we're all feeling the crunch. Our utility bill went up again, another $35, and all those little things start adding up into the hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So y'all, don't wait. If you have the capability to prep extra food, prep extra food. Go after your canned food items. Go after some comfort foods, because if all shit breaks loose and you have to stay in your home for 2 weeks or a month before you can really wander around, you're going to want to have something. Popcorn, a bag of chips, some cereal, some oatmeal, something like that. So don't wait, and keep stacking it, folks. I think that in 2023, we're going to see something that is even worse than what it's been in 2022 with all the shortages. And we'll see what happens with the gas, because the gas prices are going down. And we'll also see what's going to happen on this railroad strike. You know, they're not happy still. So don't hold your breath. But anyway, this is In the Now with OTWP Prepping, aka OTWP. But anyway, y'all, I will see you soon, and everybody have a good day. But don't give up and don't give in, and don't quit stacking your food and your water and your first aid. Those things are going to be very important. If you can get additional medical and medicine, you're on a regular medicine, talk to your doctor. Ask him, get it now before you... It did scare. What I saw in Walmart sent me into redneck mode. Redneck. Yeah, redneck mode. Dragonflies. I saw it with my own two eyes, and it was rather scary. Why? Tell me why. Why would a lady walk her husband up and down the aisles on a collar, patting his head? Does she think that she's giving him a dog treat? Dragonflies.
She must make some dang good grits.
Maybe so. He said, okay, honey, I'll do it. But then the other situation is this.
I guess just like a dog, a way to a man's heart through his stomach.
Well, why was a child hopping up and down the aisle?
He's going to follow you home too, right?
Yeah, but why was a child hopping up and down the aisles acting like they was a cat? What kind of world are we living in?
I guess they don't get enough attention as a human.
Oh, my goodness. People think that they're an animal. And animals think that they're humans. Is that what's going on? I feel like I'm in the dang Twilight Zone again. Walmart, what are you doing? Please keep the animals outside. This is disturbing. So there's a lot of different kind of knots, and there's different reasons why you use knots. Being a sailor, we learned a lot of different knots. The most essential knots that I would say that are around is the square knot, the bowline, the double figure eight, the clove hitch most definitely, and the double fisherman's knot. So knots have been around forever. Knots can get you your line ready for certain tasks, and paracord really does work. So I want to go into showing you how to make a few different types of knots. The square knot is also known as the reef knot. So we're gonna go into some of the knots, and you know, there's 101 plus reasons why you would want to learn to tie things up, especially if you were in the back country or out in the wilderness, a camping trip, fishing trip, whatever. setting up a ridge line for your camping tarp, or you need to hang a bear bag to avoid your favorite snacks, being sniffed out by some type of animal and taken away from you overnight. Whatever your reason to be here today and to learn to tie some knots, there is different knots for different types of jobs. I am going to use the fluorescent orange today so that you can actually see it really well. I have a lot of different colors of camo. I like my camo paracord, and then I have some fluorescents and blacks and stuff, but I'm going to slide those to the back, and I want y'all to just we'll work just with the fluorescent today. I think the main thing that people need to realize is that when you're making knots, it's really, really important to be able to have a very durable cord. This is 550. 550 is really strong. As I told you earlier, it holds 550 pounds per inch. So I don't want to have this whole thing to show you some demos. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut off a piece here. You could use your knife or a pair of scissors or whatever. If you're out in the wilderness, you'd probably be using, your knife. But I have these wonderful scissors that I really like, super sharp, and I do carry a pair of these in my get home bag. They're platinum, they're called platinums. I don't know, I like them though. One thing too about paracord is we talked about the burning process. So when you're working with paracord, you definitely want to cut off or burn these edges, and I have a jig here. I'm not going to be making a bracelet today, but I keep the jig handy. You're just going to light it up. You can do this over a rock or whatever, and then just push it down just so that it doesn't start fraying on you, just like that. And then do the other end as well. And we're going to get into making some of the most useful knots and some of the most popular knots. And depending on the response, I may make this a series and do some other things, show how to make an actual way to carry people out in case somebody would get hurt. You can actually use paracord, and you can make a way to carry people out of the forest using paracord. So you would actually have your board. So I'll move that out of the way. So you always want to pretty much take your paracord or your rope, depending on how big it is, and it's always a good idea to fold it in half. It just kind of gives you a center point of where you're at, and it's also not too difficult to do the different knots. The main thing is to learn the knots, and I think a lot of times people forget or they don't know how, and so they just kind of give up. And a lot of the bracelets and stuff that we do are made out of a certain type of knot. The square knot is pretty simple because it's used a lot in paracord. So you take that and you do it halfway and you lay it out, okay, so that you can see what you're doing. You're going to take your first cord and you're just going to bring it over the top like so. Then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to bring this one up, under, through, just like that, and then pull it tight, just like so. So there you have a square knot. I'll do it again so that y'all can see it. A lot of times people will use we use a jig because it keeps stuff in order, but it's not necessary. Let me see if I can find the thing so I can show you. I might be able to show you the steps. Let me see. So, take your teel. Sometimes it's easier if you have two pieces of cordage. I like to hold it like that. Take one over, one up, around, through, then pull it tight. And you can continue to do that. Up, round, over, and through. See how I can do this. All right, now she's going to show you a double.
Yeah, just undid that.
A double half hitch knot.
That's what I call it. So
That's the right. No, that's the right term.
Under, and through, and then you go under, over, and
back through.
On the right, and then you do the same on the left. Over, under, through the loop, pull, and then under, over, and through.
Do one more so they can see it. And this, well, a double would probably even be better for a way to carry someone out because it'd give you that extra oomph. You know what I mean? The way you're doing it with a double, it would probably tighten it up even more. All right, thank you, ma'am. Okay, this is for a square knot. So you're gonna get your pieces equal like this. That's the first step. That's pretty easy. Then you're gonna take one of them, lay it across the top of the other one. Pretty simple. There we go. That's the second one. Lay it across the top right there. Then when you're gonna bring this one back, down, and under here. Can y'all still see it? It's exaggerated a little bit, so then you're gonna bring that one up and over. Right, like that. Then you're going to just leave your blue one where it's at. You're going to wrap that orange one back over the top again, like so. You all see it? So you're going to have a twist there. Just like so. Hold your finger there. Then you're going to bring this one and this one up. You're going to take the orange one up over the blue. This is so hard to do in slow motion. So your orange is up over your blue, just like that. And then you're going to take your orange and you're going to tuck it in. You're going to tuck it in right there. Tuck it in there. So you're at that phase right there. And then you're just going to pull this on through. So you're going to grab that in, and here's your knot, and you're going to pull it, just like that. There you go. There you go. And then you can continue to do that. So you'd be up, over, under, through, back through, and pull it again. And you would continue to do that, and it's going to give you the same knot over and over and over again. So that's the first one. That's pretty simple. Okay, so you're going to make the snare or the hangman's, you're going to do a small hoop another hoop, like so. You're going to take this one, you're going to pull it around 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. Still can't get it. There we go. So take that one. You got 2 hoops side by side. One there and one here. You're going to take that one, take it down and around 1 time, pull it tight, 2 times, pull it tight, 3 times, pull it tight. Then you can adjust it by pulling that one. 3 more, 1, 2, 3, up and through, up and through like that, and then go ahead and pull that down, and it'll catch that line right there. You want to catch that one, just like that. Catch it and keep pulling it tight. Just like that. By pulling this one, you can see that this is going to make it smaller or bigger. You see that? You can just pull this one right here and it'll make it bigger or smaller. There's one of them. There's the bigger ones I made. There's 2. There's 3. And there's 4. And so, like if you're looking at the big one, same thing. You're going to have 6 wrapped around. And this is going to adjust it smaller or bigger. You can pull it up just like that. And then you can tighten it up too. There you go.